Well, butter my biscuit and bend the border. Here we go again with another rural riddle wrapped in political camouflage. You'd think we were talking about a spy thriller, not a sheriff's questionable residence in the sleepy hills of northeast Georgia. But lo and behold, here we are, scratching our heads as a county line appears to have twisted itself like a pretzel around the back porch of Sheriff Billy Carlton Speed's home. And if that doesn't make you squint suspiciously, I'm not sure what will. Let's get one thing clear. Borders don't just move themselves, especially not ones that have been laid down since the 1800s using wagon wheels and dusty compass points. So why did the Banks County line suddenly kink itself into a convenient crescent right around the time Speed's residency was being questioned in court? That's not a coincidence. Folks, that's a conundrum wrapped in cartography. And while we're talking maps, let's talk motive. Because here's the million-dollar question. Why is it so very important that this particular sheriff remain in office? What makes Sheriff Speed so valuable to the powers that be that they'd allegedly bend history, law, and land to keep him in that seat? Is it possible, and I'm just spitballing here, that something else is happening in Banks County? Something bigger than a boundary dispute? I don't mean to stir the pot without a spoon, but it seems mighty peculiar that a man's house can hop counties just in time to save his badge. Even more peculiar is that a map, tucked away and tampered with in the dark of cyberspace, just happened to be uploaded days before a legal showdown. And let's not forget the family ties, y'all. A map drawn in 2003 by the sheriff's wife's uncle formed the basis for this curious county crescent. What kind of Mayberry meets Machiavelli madness is this? Now, Sheriff Speed claims this is all a personal vendetta by former state representative Dan Gassaway, a man who already proved in court that his own election was tainted by ineligible votes. But let's not kid ourselves. Vendetta or not, the issue remains. Either the sheriff lives in Banks County or he doesn't, and any seventh grader with access to Google Earth could tell you which side of the line that house is really on. So why the resistance to setting the record straight? Why the dismissive attitude toward restoring a border that stood uncontested for over a century? And more importantly, what message are we sending to the people of Georgia and to the rest of this country if we let this slide? Because let me tell you something, sugar. If county lines can be bent for political convenience here, what's to stop it from happening anywhere else? This isn't just about a small-town sheriff and his suspiciously lucky zip code. This is about election integrity, accountability, and whether we're willing to let the good old boy network redraw our democracy behind closed doors. We can't afford to look the other way just because someone's chickens roost on the right side of the line. If we let this slide in Banks County, how long before your county gets a cartographic makeover to suit someone's re-election plan? Hopefully, the good people of Georgia will dig deep, I mean really deep, and shine a bright, unflinching light on whatever backroom shenanigans have been going on here. Because if something smells this funny, it usually means something's rotting. At some point, the people have to stand up and say enough is enough. We know when the map is being messed with. We know when the system is being gamed. And we know that no badge, no title, no good old reputation is worth sacrificing the truth. So to the folks drawing these lines and thinking we can't see the pencil marks, think again. We're watching, we're mapping, and we're not as dim-witted as you'd like to believe. This is Sensible Sue signing off. Keep it sensible out there.